Live from the Texas Cheerlickers Studios, it's In the Building with Mike Taylor and Rudy J.
Yo, Hefe up here, the dude.
Mr. Slaughter.
Radio. And Jeff normally watches our shows. At least he listens to it.
And it says smash that like button.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Jeff. Were you listening to Rod Stewart this morning? Because I walked. Normally he parks outside of the building here, and just like checks on things, opens the door for us, does some business in the cab of his truck, and then goes on and starts running through his errands. And I was walking up to the truck to say hi to him, and he had the windows up. I swear I heard Rod Stewart, who I know that Jose's never heard of.
Yeah, he has.
No idea.
Okay, cool.
And I haven't heard this song in so long. Do you remember the 70s funk song by Rod? If you want my body.
Of course. I love that song.
Think I'm sexy. Come on, baby, let me know.
I love that song.
I hadn't heard that song in so long.
Love that song.
You know
that's 80s, right?
That's late 70s, very early 80s.
Okay.
Rod Stewart was the shit.
Very
with my
so.
mom and that generation.
Oh, they all love Rod Stewart. He
loved him.
Yeah.
Everybody loved him.
He was
Rod.
a ladies' man.
Well, see, for the longest time, there was a rumor about him that when it was obviously pre-internet.
Was he a switch hitter or was he bi?
Well, see,
I think they get so rich they get bored with women and start trying with men.
And it was the 70s, dude. You know, it was a different time.
Free love. We didn't have to wear condoms.
No, and that's
you just get the clap. That was it.
Right.
You take a little moxicillin.
Man, maybe a little AIDS pandemic in the 80s because of it. But hey, man, the 70s, it was totally worth it, all the free love in the 70s. No, but there was a rumor about Rod Stewart for the longest time. And I think it's been dispelled. That he had to get rushed to the hospital one night and have his stomach pumped. And that rumor followed him for years.
What were they trying to get out? Schmeckle?
Schmeckle.
He was a swallower, not a spitter?
Well.
It's a whole lot of it.
To have to go get see, there it is. Finna goes in here. They called him Milkshake Rod.
Come on, man. We're not doing this to Rod.
I'm serious.
We're not doing this, dog. We're not starting this show like this. What?
I think that's not true. See, it's pre-internet. There wasn't a lot of media. Rumors could get spread about you very easily, and you didn't have any proof otherwise. What was it? Richard Gere, the actor. What was that legend of the actor? Richard Gere. You remember Richard Gere? There was the legend that he had to go to the hospital
to get something taken out.
A dead hamster was up in there. He liked to put hamsters in there while they were alive, so they could.
Where?
In his ass. This has been disproven. Richard Gere. There was the rumor. Again, this is pre-internet. Media.
You couldn't do nothing.
Nobody had a cell phone. If someone spread a rumor about you, it's stuck.
It's a lie makes it halfway around the world before the truth leaves the porch.
Oh my God, yes. Yeah. But the rumor on Richard Gere was, he liked to put hamsters in there while they were alive because they'd like jiggle around trying to get out, and he got turned on by the little paws and everything. But
that was very. You didn't have to go with the paws. That was very vivid.
I'm a broadcaster. I like to explain things. I'm a colorful talker. And one night the hamster got up in there and the poor thing died and got stuck in there.
Well,
Richard
it's a lot
Gere
of shit
had
up
to
in
go
there.
to the hospital and have it
But
taken
it's been
out.
disproven. This is a rumor.
For the most part, yes. It's been. So poor Rod Stewart, Richard Gere. As a kid in the 80s growing up, I was convinced that Rod had to get his stomach pumped because he had too much milkshake in there.
Well, the weirdo that is Terrence Howard has been spreading the rumor that he had landed the role to play Marvin Gaye.
Mm-hmm.
But he said due to the fact that Marvin was gay, they wanted him to kiss some dude in the movie, and he wouldn't do it. And we're not doing that to Marvin. Marvin could have any woman he wanted. He didn't like men, but
I've never heard that he was.
Me neither. Terrence Howard's a weirdo.
Terrence Howard's a weirdo, big time.
I'm not saying that some of the stuff I don't think he's maybe onto something, but he's a strange. He's definitely on the ayahuasca.
Yeah,
peyote.
He's
shit.
Crazy.
Yeah, he's crazy.
He was on my boy Bill Maher's podcast the other day.
Terrence Howard. We were talking about that with Slaughter.
That's right. And I got about 30 minutes in. I'm like,
you couldn't do it, right? Because everything was like flat Earth.
He's crazy.
If you don't drink or oil of oregano, you're gonna die. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Like, but we're not gonna call Marvin Gaye gay. No, he was a ladies' man.
Not that there's anything wrong.
Not that there's anything wrong with it, but the man ain't here to defend himself. That's all I'm saying.
That's true. Yeah, for sure.
And there's nothing wrong with it.
Oh no, a lot of those guys, dude, in the '70s. Hey, there's been lots of bisexual stuff on Bill Cosby,
Sir, what for you?
Rudy.
Sir, so you start with Rod, now Marvin. Now you go. Now I know Bill would drug women.
Yeah, we know he did that.
Yeah.
Absolutely, we know he did that. Richard Pryor was also.
I've heard about Rich. Rich seems real because it's been more than one weirdo saying that.
Yeah. What was the old Richard Pryor apparently had a relationship with another woman and God, what can't I think of his name? The Godfather got an offer you can't refuse.
Hopkins?
No.
Oh.
Al Pacino?
No, God damn it.
Hell no.
The Godfather, man. Why can't I think of his name? He's the greatest actor of all time. He was crazy.
I thought it was Anthony.
He played Don Corleone.
That's Anthony Hopkins.
No, Godfather Part 1, 1972. God damn it. That pisses me off. Why can't I think of that? He won like 4 Oscars. Marlon Brando.
Marlon Brando. Why am I saying Anthony Hopkins? Marlon Brando,
God,
yes.
Dang it. Thank you, Ruben. God, I don't know what that is about.
What happens when we're on the air and we can't figure it out? I know.
I can it happens to me so often. I can tell you the entire guy's run sheet, all the movies he's ever been in, people he dated, where he was from, how old he was when he died, and can't name the guy's name. Oh, the great Marlon Brando. No. Marlon Brando, Richard Pryor ran around in rural bisexual swinger circles. Okay. Yeah, it was a free-for-all. They were having freak-offs before Diddy was born.
Damn.
And no one cared back in those days. Anyway, shout out to Jeff Slaughter. I think he was listening to Rod Stewart. He is it is in the building from Pub Sports Radio in Southtown, Texas. Here in the Texas Cheerlicker Studios with me and Rudy. The audio disseminator is Jose Bouquet. Oh, it's at Jose Bouquet.
We had a good members only show yesterday.
Really good members only show yesterday.
We did a horse race during the members only show. Sorry for those that weren't. Sorry for those that were not there.
And if you're not a member, you're missing out. So here's today's prize for members. Look at this bad boy right here. Look at this. Look at that.
That's sexy.
That is sexy. I'm gonna talk about this in a minute. All right.
You hate that guy though, Rudy.
Stop saying that.
Oh.
He doesn't like him.
I hold people accountable. I'm from the era of 5 titles.
High standards.
Your best ability is what, Jose?
It's apparently availability.
All right.
He's been pretty available.
No, not really.
Pretty available.
I've been to 4 Spurs games since we drafted him, and he's only played in one of them.
That's bad luck.
Well, that's
Mike's banned from Spurs games.
That's a dude who misses games. One night there was that load management shit because it was the second night of a back-to-back, and
My mic sucks today, by the way.
Beat Oklahoma City without him. Your mic sucks?
No, it's just doing trying to Rod Stewart me.
Oh, try to tighten it up.
Yeah.
Hey, the garage sale continues.
Hey, F off, right. Matt.
Hey, you know how badass that is? Look how cool that is.
Yeah, we ain't garage. That's cool.
Yeah, I can't have all this clogging up my house, man. Y'all are lucky I give out swag. Matt, are you a member? If you're not, I think Matt is.
Matt's a member.
Okay, then he gets to bitch then. Fine. Well, I have an incentive for members here coming up in a little while. Something I didn't get a chance to say yesterday because our members only went off into the ditch.
Yeah, it was way in the ditch.
I disagree.
How about my boy Jimmy Schlossnagle? How about UT? You know, Shedeur Sanders was probably the most humiliated young man in America this week.
Sure.
The second most humiliated people in America, in sports anyway, were the Fighting Aggie baseball team. How about A&M? UT steals your coach in the midnight hour.
Okay.
And then the first time y'all play, they sweep y'all's asses. UT with Jim Schlossnagle as their coach now.
Right.
Thumped the Aggies 3 straight over the weekend. All 3 games were by 1 run, too, just to make it even worse.
So was this in Austin or was this in Bryan?
It was in Austin, unfortunately. I
want it to be in there. I want to see how they treat him.
Next year, Texas goes to Bluebell Stadium. That's going to be fun.
Bluebell? Like the ice cream?
Yes, sir. That's big money right there. Yes, sir. You bet your ass. Come get Listeria and watch the Aggies play baseball.
I remember that Listeria outbreak. It was unfortunate.
Pobrecito Aggies, they'd rather have paper cuts on their tank than get swept by the Longhorns, and they get swept with their old coach. I thought it was funny. All right, a couple of housekeeping items. We're going to get into shit we got to get into today. My boys at the Baseline Bums have a show that drops today at 11:15 Central Texas time. If you're watching our show live, be advised. The Baseline Bums do 2 or 3 drops a week. They got one coming up here today at 11:15. Also, we have a commercial to run.
We do?
Yeah. Right now, here's a message from our sponsor, the official bar of In the Building.
Got the queso, a full slice of avocado, which I love. Very healthy, very small.
Our Earth is rich with diverse, vibrant, delicate diversity.
It's golden.
The chile with the asada and the avocado.
Many can discover
Gives it a tangy taste. It's so good. So good.
it's too late.
Excelente.
Damn. So when you're at that Thousand Oaks, when they got the El Regio kitchen
sir.
open,
That was great.
It's some really good food, man.
Look.
Really, they got the wings are fantastic. My wife had them when we were out at that crawfish boil.
Mm-hmm.
The wings are fantastic too. A lot of good stuff on that menu.
Toe it up. That was good. That
Yes,
was
sir.
perfect. And you can fuck up street tacos easy.
People don't think you can, but you can.
No, you
The
can.
meat can be dry. The tortilla ain't right. There's a lot of things. Meat's not seasoned.
The fresco, the cheese,
The fresco
can be
absolutely.
not fresh or too much, like too heavy in the meat.
Yeah.
Excellent mix the other night at Regio. So that was at the 281 and Thousand Oaks location. Slackers. I was in there a couple nights ago. Had a beer with the captain. Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
My
What up,
boy,
Captain?
Slackers. Slacker. 5 locations. You got 281 and Thousand Oaks, St. Mary's. You got Fred Road up in the Med Center. You got the one over by North Star Mall on Rector. And then you got Rudy's favorite one, Slacko Dochis, the official sports bar up in the building. It is Slackers. All right. What's on the run sheet today? I don't have it in front of me like I normally do, Boogie. Oh, here we go. Okay. Amari Cooper. How about that?
Are we serious about this?
I told you guys yesterday.
No, I mean, but is this real?
Yeah, well, the Fort Worth Star-Telegram, my
They're rolling with it?
hometown newspaper, says the Cowboys have a growing interest, is what they write,
Bringing him back?
in former Cowboys wide receiver Amari Cooper. I mean, they need somebody to complement C.D. Lamb.
Mm-hmm.
Amari's a little long in the tooth these days, but what was he in Cleveland for a year? Then he went to Buffalo.
Oh, yeah.
Buffalo brought him in for the playoff run.
And then now he's
I don't know
free
that
agent.
he and he didn't.
He's a little long in the tooth,
he
too.
And Josh Allen did not exactly have magic,
And he wasn't,
but he and Dak did have magic.
they did have magic, but on the way out, he wasn't so friendly to Dak. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he had like a slight little jab. If y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, slight little jab at Dak's play on the way out. I can't
I
remember.
also think he was a little
vividly.
bit disgruntled with the way the Cowboys do business too. Amari's trying to win.
Was he one of those
trying to
ones that
win.
said, "Hey, well, then that organization"?
Well, it wasn't as harsh as some guys have been, but I don't. Maybe Amari was just upset that he got let go and released. I think he wanted to, because Amari's bounced around a lot, and I think he wanted to stay with the Cowboys until he was done. Then he winds up in effing Cleveland, and then he winds up in effing Buffalo. I mean, would you rather live in Texas, Cleveland,
It's not even
or
close.
Buffalo, New York?
It's not even close. It's
Not
Texas.
even close. But more important than where you live, you want to play for an organization, if you're Amari Cooper at this stage, that can do some winning.
That was the last trade that the Cowboys did that was really good. I remember they were below 500.
Mm-hmm.
Jerry and Steven said, we need a playmaker. They went and got Amari Cooper, and that turned that season around, gave Dak an option, and they went on to make the playoffs. I think they even won the NFC East that year.
Yeah,
so.
and
But that was 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So
and he
he's a
knows.
little long in the tooth. I don't know if he's
Yeah.
coming out of those breaks like he used to.
Right now, though, been the alternative at this point is Jalen Tolbert. You ready to give him
No, I
heavy
don't want
minutes?
Jalen Tolbert.
I'm not either, man. I don't trust that kid at all. It won't cost him a first-round effing pick
No.
to get Cooper this time, like it did last time when they traded. Were the Raiders they gave their 1-2? Is that who it was? I'd rather have butt polyps than trade my first-round fucking draft pick
No.
for
If it's
a
my
wide receiver.
Yeah, if it's my first round pick, it better be Justin Jefferson or Jamar Chase, which we know is not happening.
Right. So they need people They need somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's that out there today that they are interested.
All right. I'll
in
play
trading
along.
for Cooper. So, man, all I know is, so who are their running backs right now?
Blue.
I mean, they drafted
Jaden
him,
Blue.
but they brought in a couple of vets. I can't even tell you up top. Y'all help me out in the chat. Can't even tell you who they are. Randos. Dudes that have played in the league, but nobody special. Look up the depth chart, Buki. What
Can
does
I
it
offer
say?
you Javonte Williams?
Okay.
No.
Rando veteran.
Can I offer you Miles Sanders?
All right.
Yes. I like that pickup.
Had a couple of good seasons
I like that
in
pickup.
Philly. I forgot about
Give me Miles Sanders and Jaden Blue. I'm happy. I'm good with that.
I got to know what Miles Sanders has.
Well,
you
in
talk about
2019, he went to the Super Bowl with Philly. He was a big part of that reason. Then he went to, his last year was with Carolina. You know what I mean? Like I can't judge him on that. So
55 carries, 205 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Exactly.
Last year?
Yeah.
Total.
Dude, they were always down by 30.
Not more than 66 yards in a whole game.
How many games did he play?
5.
Oh, okay, so
and
he
then
was
Chuba
hurt.
Hubbard took his career and job.
Yeah, Chuba was going to take that gig. So that's
like
where Miles is these days.
I'm optimistic about the Cowboys right now. I'm always skeptical. Right now, I'm optimistic. And when I say optimistic, I'm talking about 10-7, 9-8.
They have a 33-year-old quarterback who gets worse by the season and can't stay healthy anymore. They have Miles Sanders, who, yes, played the Super Bowl 5 years ago. They have CeeDee Lamb, who's one of the preeminent guys at his position, but you can double him all day because they don't have shit on the other end at this point.
Right.
They got no slot receivers worth of shit. I think their tight ends have maxed out. They're trying to build their offensive line, but it's very young. The left tackle, Tyler Guyton, had a piss-poor rookie season.
Damn.
I love the kid they just drafted from Bama, Booker, but he's a rookie. I can't expect a lot from him.
No.
Terrence Steele he's probably ceilinged out already. You sure you're that confident about these people? They need somebody else.
The offensive line looks like Martin Luther King Boulevard.
Well, they got that one white guy in the middle of us.
You gotta have the affirmative action. You can't have an all black offensive line.
DEI was dead.
Like you can't have the NFL would suspend the Cowboys 3 games if they didn't have at least one white guy on the line.
Not only is Beebe white, but he's from Wisconsin. He's white.
Yeah.
he probably knows how to ballroom dance. That fucker, he drinks whole milk.
Who still drinks that shit? If you're still drinking whole milk, call me.
He probably
get you some 2%.
He probably like growing pains as a kid of the '90s watching reruns.
I love Kirk Cameron.
Did you love Kirk
I have
Cameron?
a question. Hold on. Are we not supposed to drink whole milk?
No, you don't drink whole
No,
milk. It's
you don't drink
2025,
whole
sir.
milk, son.
Why don't you just go suck a cow's titties if you're gonna do that?
I don't know what milk I drink. I'll be honest. I don't buy the milk, so I don't know the difference between whole 2%. I learned skim is apparently disgusting. I don't know.
Oat milk is a hustle, Ruben. Whole Foods and Sprouts have tricked. That is bullshit. You might as well drink a can of freaking carbs. Oat milk is bullshit.
Well,
all right. I've tried them all.
Okay.
And which one is your
So
favorite?
here's the thing. As you know, I don't know if I have IBS. I don't think I have IBS, but I get.
Well, you are
bloated.
33% Hispanic. You could be lactose.
No question,
true.
I'm lactose
Okay, I
intolerant.
thought so. Most Mexicans are.
And when I have run into issues going boo-boo, because
you get constipated.
For a couple of years there, I would have bouts of constipation. Rudy, it was terrible. There were days where I thought I may have to go to the fucking hospital.
Damn.
One time, I went 5 days without going. Finally,
Bro, that's ER.
Ruben.
I'd go to the ER.
Yeah, I was one more night away from going to the hospital. I was so miserable I could barely move. And I was drinking Metamucil, eating fucking spinach for dinner, trying to just get fiber. But I had too much fiber, I think, where it had the opposite effect. And it was so bad, Rudy. I'll never forget. It was Easter Sunday 2 years ago. on Easter, on Resurrection Day. I felt the urge. And then not only can I not go those 5 days, it's a constant urge to have to go. And
damn.
you can't. That's the worst.
Well, see, you didn't try this thing that my mother-in-law does for my 6-year-old, because for a while we didn't know, like, she's I guess lactose on the constipated side.
Mhm.
There's this medicine you can get. It's a syringe, and you put it in the butt, and it's this liquid,
Whoa!
and it.
Well, yeah,
immediately-
I almost did that.
you
yeah.
could do that.
You blow the dam?
Yes.
Yeah, you've had.
So what,
every
you were gonna
kid
have
has to
Nina
do that
blow
at
your
some
dam?
point. No, I would have blown my own dam.
You can't put it in your butt on your own, Mike.
Yeah, you can.
Whoa!
You just
my
get on all
Lord.
fours and reach back there and just stuck it up in there and just squeeze it real slow, real softly.
Blow the
It's an
dam.
enema.
Wow.
You can give your own self an enema.
Let me see.
Come
I don't
on,
know if
dude.
I can
You
give
know
myself
you
an
can.
enema.
Yeah, I
Quit
could.
acting
I could.
funny.
I could.
You know you could give yourself an enema.
I would. You're right.
So it's Easter Sunday.
Okay.
It's like probably 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm
Okay.
sitting there. We're just chilling out on the
Chilling.
balcony. I can bear my stomach's way the fuck out. I look like John Daly in the stomach, just bloated, 40 pounds of backed up dung, miserable. Haven't slept all week. Dirty. I don't even have the energy to take a shower, and all of a sudden, I feel a turtle head. I'm like,
Oh, nice.
oh.
You're happy. You're
This
excited.
could be something. So I told Nina, cross your fingers, this may be something. And so I go into the restroom. And I was in there probably 45 minutes. She checked on me at one point. Finally it happened. And I thought I was going to have to go to the hospital then, because all that backed up came out in one turd.
Like this.
One
I had a
giant turd.
bowling ball.
You didn't know your asshole could spread that far.
I had a
did you?
black softball. Rudy, it was so hard. It was
A
bad.
mega turd.
It was bad. You ever had one of those
Yeah,
stitches?
of course.
Where you shoot out like a orange, like
Where
a
you're
the
like,
size of
you-
a big navel.
You think you're gonna die?
those big navel oranges at HEB.
Yeah.
I shot out one of those, and then when I got that out, finally all the rest of
Yeah.
it just came, and it clogged up my toilet.
Good.
The toilet would not flush. Like, what the fuck is the timing? What kind of bullshit timing is that, where I finally is able to do that? I'm finally able to go, and it's that capacity,
Yeah.
that much poop,
Yeah.
and my toilet decides I'm not going to flush. And I try to plunge it, didn't work.
No.
I stuck a coat hanger, didn't work. Thank God Home Depot was open because it was Easter. I went and got one of those little snake things. That did not work. So, and there was a voicemail saved somewhere at one point. It may be in the archives that I've got at home. I need to go look through our old
This
archives.
is a crazy story, dude.
I called my boy Carlos Canutza.
No, you didn't.
Carlos Kutza. One of my old ex-sponsors. He doesn't do business on our show now, but he I'm going to go ahead and give him
Yeah.
love because he bailed me out. I look up
You let some man come in and take care of your shit.
I look up Last Call Plumbing. I was desperate, and I kept telling Nina, baby, don't go in there. Don't go in there. Do not go in there. I don't want you to see that. You're going to break up with me. It's going to fuck up our relationship if you see what happened. Just let me handle it. She's laughing. So I call Carlos, and of course he don't answer. They're not open. It's Easter Sunday.
Yeah.
Last Call Plumbing. I'm like, hey, it's Taylor. I just left this voicemail, desperate. And all of a sudden an hour goes by and he calls me on the phone. Mike, what's going on? Hey, man, dude, I know y'all are closed, but I'm desperate. He's like, well, let me he's barbecuing at his son's house. Family Easter scene.
It's unfortunate.
Drops what he's doing, comes over, and I open up the door. And I'm like, by the way, dude, just before you go in there, it's not a good scene. He's like, Taylor, I've been doing this 30 years.
Oh, he's a plumber. It's nothing to them. It's just the fact that you called him on Easter. But go ahead.
On Easter Sunday, he had to bail my ass.
Did he show you what to
out.
do?
No, he had this amazing gadget I guess you can't buy at Home Depot.
Right.
Only a licensed plumber can get their hands on one of these or whatever. We don't regulate guns, but we damn sure regulate plumbing tools in
For
America.
I think I was
And he
producing,
took care of it.
I was
Good.
producing Pickles for Dinner at this time, and I remember the story.
Yeah,
and I
and
think
so-
it happened like that weekend.
It was that point where Nina's like, dude, you got to figure out why this is happening. Because
And that's when you did the research on the what kind of foods?
extensive. I found out I was lactose intolerant.
Yeah.
And then So I've cut out. That's a long way of saying I don't drink regular milk. I don't drink whole. I don't even drink 2% anymore. I do not drink anything cow.
So good. I've
I
heard it's
forgot we were
bad
talking
for you.
about milk.
I've tried all the different milks. I hate all of them. I finally have settled on one that I've gotten used to, and it's coconut milk.
My wife does coconut because she's allergic to almonds.
And it's also a diuretic. And I have not had any constipation issues in about 6 months or more.
Good for you.
Thank God. And I've lost weight. It was just backed up turds.
No, you
You
can
know?
have 20 pounds of backed up stuff in your large intestine. That's why it's good to do cleanses.
John Wayne had 40 pounds of shit in him when he died. They did the autopsy, the actor, and he had 40 pounds of old, it was probably 2-year-old poop.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting.
So I drink coconut milk now with my coffee. I like oatmeal. I use coconut milk, and it's good, and I'm used to it, and it keeps me regular.
All right.
Absolutely. So, Jose, stop
So
eating
much-
fucking Happy Meals every day and quit drinking whole milk, dude. Any piece sitting down.
Yep.
It is in the building.
In the building, baby.
Is it ever? A minute here for our boys at Lone Star Nano Service. They can't fix your plumbing, but they can preserve the life of your roof, and they will show up, give you a free inspection. My boy, Lone Star Nano Services, based in the great state of Texas. It is Lone Star Nano Services. Them boys will come to your roof, and they'll treat it with this spray, this miracle spray stuff that they put on your roof. And a lot of times you might think you need to get a roof replaced. Hey, maybe you do. But if you don't, and you're worried about your roof getting all weathered up, especially here in Texas with the volatile-ass weather we have these boys at Lone Star come spray it on there, and it'll preserve the life of your roof at least 10 years, if not 15. And they also do sidewalks, too. You never think about how your sidewalk gets filthy, too, in the weather, and they fix it, and then they preserve
They're
it.
going to come do my driveway.
Yeah, man. They are. Very good.
Yeah.
Excellent. Very, very, very good. All right.
My
Quick
driveway's
announcement.
trash.
Rudy and I, our last ever radio show will come down Thursday. Rudy and I, am I allowed? I guess I can make this announcement.
Well, you just told me this morning, so
Yeah.
let's talk about it.
Rudy and I, so we have commitments, and we have started doing the Sunday show, Instant Rewind, which we did the first one Sunday night, this past Sunday at
Yeah.
6 on Anthem TV. Download the Anthem TV app, and you can watch Instant Rewind every Sunday at 6 o'clock.
Right.
So because we've added the Sunday portion of our schedule, at some point we're going to get, when we're hustling, we're busting our ass.
Hustling, hustling, hustling.
But what we don't want to do is get burned out by working 7 days a week.
Shit.
You know, and had a couple of good conversations with the guys and girls over at KLMO Radio. And this is the cost of progress and adding workload. You know, even Rudy and I have to load manage on occasion. Can't work 7 days a week, and Lord knows our ladies are going to get beaten down if we're never home. So Rudy and I have made the decision, and it's not just this is not the only reason, but one of the big reasons is we're stepping away from radio air for a little bit is because we're just getting so busy, and we've added the Sunday night television
Right.
show, which that right now is if I had to choose between radio and television show Sunday night, right now it's in the best interest we do we give up the radio and do the TV. So that being said, our final, at least for now, in the building radio show on KLMO Radio will be this Thursday from 6 to 7, and we're going to be out celebrating Fiesta. It's a hell of a way to go out. Rudy and I are going to do in the building radio at 6 p.m. Thursday night from the Mercado, from Market Square. All that the Tejano station would do the show on, they're going to have all their shows out there all day. All their gear is going to be out there. And at 6 o'clock, they're going to let the White Boy and Rudy J do in the building sports radio in public, a remote. Pretty cool. I'm excited about this. We're going to be able to do our show in front of the masses. So get your asses out to the Market Square and come see me and Rudy do our radio remote this Thursday on KLMO, the last radio show. We're going to go out with a bang. That's this Thursday at 6 o'clock on KLMO and Market Square.
I'm down. I'm looking forward to that, actually. I haven't been to the market in a few years.
Yeah, I haven't either. Now that you say
They
it,
made some changes to the market because of last year, the idiots.
yeah.
So it's a lot more safe this
I
year.
was down there last summer, and I popped in. No, I take it back. I have been down there a couple of times. I did it. I did the TV spot when we were promoting the barbecue.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And then me and Nina went down and spent the day at the market a couple of months ago. Had a blast. Had a great time. Shopped on all those underground little shops and everything. And
Good times.
bought my kids something and had some Mexicano food. And they've got a bunch of pictures of her daddy in there in Mi Tierra. They got this big, huge mural that's been painted of all these San Antonio legends. And she hadn't seen that yet. She hadn't been down there in years, and so we went and saw that. So we have been down there. It was a great time. I look forward to doing the radio show on Thursday night. Skunt Blaster's in here watching us on Pub Sports Radio YouTube.
What's up, Pub Sports Radio? Love y'all.
I hope Jimmy the Bag is listening to this conversation. He is unsettled somewhere for sure. That's all right. This is his new lead-in.
What's up, Jimmy? Jimmy the Bags.
By the way, I have the horses ready.
Oh, yeah. You do? Wait, we have a race today?
Well, I don't know how we're going to give away the...
Wemby.
The Wemby. Okay, yeah.
I don't care.
Is that your way of saying we should do it now?
No, I mean, we can do it whenever, but I'm letting you guys know, because there's no way for me to let you know. I have the horses ready, and we have 4 heats.
Okay. 4 heats?
4 heats of 51.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
All right.
The heats need to be 30 seconds then.
That's fine.
Can you reduce the time?
Sure.
Because that'll be...
Right. Look at all those damn horses.
So then
these are all the members
we'll
only,
just get
right?
the heats today, and then we'll do the final tomorrow. How about that?
Oh, that's a great bit.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So we're gonna do you have to win or the top 3. How do you qualify to advance?
Winners
top
only.
3.
Top 3.
All right, top 3. I have 4 heats. Top 3 advance to the finals.
Okay,
all right, I'm down with that. All right, that's cool. Hold up. Let me
No,
set
there's no
this
rush.
up.
I'm just letting you know.
Oh no, let me set this up. I'm gonna give a shout out
to who?
Craft Beer Bob. A little bit of serendipity. Turns out he happens to work right by where I live. And he won, because he's a member, he won this Spurs skateboard. Take it away.
Just gave Bob. Is it Bob? Yeah. I'm assuming it's Bob. Yeah. Since you go by Craft Beer Bob. Yeah. What do you think, man?
This is
This
awesome.
is what happens when you're a member.
Thanks for being a member, dude. I appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
Why are you a member?
I love you guys in the building. Rudy J, Mike Taylor. Awesome.
Thank you. We make your life better, don't we?
Yes, every day I drive home.
And the
listen to
whole
y'all
world's
guys.
life would improve if they all became members too.
Yes, I agree.
And you too could win mediocre Spurs players on a skateboard if you become a member. Absolutely. Thanks, man.
Awesome. Thank you.
Shout out to Craft Beer Bob.
Thank you, Craft Beer Bob, for your membership
All right.
and your support.
So today we're going to do this, but we're going to give it away technically tomorrow. So we're going to do heats. All right.
The heat is on.
So
is that
4
Beverly Hills
heats
Cop?
here. What's that?
That's Beverly Hills Cop, right?
Heat is on. Yeah, that's the great Glenn Fry. It's
Okay.
on the street. One of the. Yeah, he's a dad. Yep.
See, I know some white shit.
That's
goddamn
Top
it.
Gun for me.
No, that's Kenny Loggins. You're
That's
getting
not
Kenny
Top
Loggins and Glenn Fry fucked up. No.
I just want to let you guys know that Kenny Loggins is one of those males that he could have his way with me.
Here we go.
I fuck with Kenny Loggins heavily.
Oh, you say some.
I fuck with Kenny Loggins heavily.
Now, hang on.
I'm not doing
Also
this.
that list,
You
but we
would
don't have to
make
talk
out
about
with Kenny, 80s Kenny, or like today's Kenny? Because have you seen today's Kenny?
that. I haven't, but if he started singing to me, I'd have to.
Okay.
Yeah, I fuck with Kenny Loggins.
It's not like you'd fuck Kenny Loggins.
I would, but that's beside the point.
Why does he like to come in here?
But he likes to
And do
derail
this.
us. It's become his thing. It's
I
his
know,
bit.
It is. 'Cause
And
he
I'm not
knows
falling
and
for it
You're the
today.
one that falls for it.
Yeah,
the
I'm not falling
easiest.
for it today.
This is your Emmett Smith was overrated.
Yeah, I'm not falling
Him talking
for
about fucking guys.
his erotic gay fantasies, dude. Like, I would totally let him. Like, who thinks about that?
And Rudy, we don't have to talk about Andrew Garfield right now, but he could run my cheeks.
The actor.
What?
Yeah.
He could run my cheeks.
I love Andrew Garfield. Helga doesn't like when I say these things, but
What?
Andrew Garfield.
How do you run your cheeks?
clapping him.
I'd like for him to find a way.
Clapping his butt cheeks. Now, I loved him in, what was the Facebook movie? I loved him in the He was great
Which
in the
one was he?
Facebook
Which
movie.
character?
He was the kid that got fucked over by,
One of the Winklevoss?
he was partners on
Oh
Facebook.
yeah, he got paid though.
Yeah, he
Because
and
he got paid so
Zuckerberg-
much they didn't even disclose how
He and
much. He got.
Zuckerberg started Facebook, and then
Well,
they
then he brought
that
in the
asshole Parker,
the Napster dude.
the Napster dude that Justin Timberlake played.
Yeah.
And Andrew Garfield's character got fucked over. But he wound up getting like 8% of Facebook, which is $900 million bucks or something stupid. Anyway, see what he did? He derailed. He derails what we were doing. Okay.
Let's go, man.
We're going to do 4 heats in a row? All right.
I don't know.
We're going to do 4 heats of members.
I'm freaking disturbed
in
right
the
now.
top 3,
If
you finish in the top 3, you advance to the final race tomorrow to win the Wemby. This is really cool. It's Wemby, but it's an ode to Tim and David too. See that's got,
Let me
got
see. Oh, I
Tim
like
Duncan's
that
jersey.
But he ain't nowhere near.
David Robinson's jersey, and it's got Wemby as the next great big man here in San Antonio. We're going to give this away. All right, run this first heat, Holmes. 30 seconds. This is a quick sprint.
And they're off. They got to come out the gates hot. Who we got there? Mike R. Remember, the top 3 make it to the finals tomorrow. The top 3. Daddy Grasshopper down there. Oh, he's done. Brad Ramirez out to it early, but we've seen this race enough to know he's not going to win.
Early lead is no lead.
Yeah, Charlie Hernandez. I think that's Rob Morin, I think. Who is that coming up there on the outside?
Rod Stewart with his stomach.
Oh, that was going to be close for the top 3.
Well, we know Daddy Grasshopper wins. All right, so Daddy Grasshopper, J-Rod, and Hugo Mendoza, they advance to the final race tomorrow. All right, set that up, Bouquet. Tell me when you're ready for the next one.
All right. Run your cheeks.
Is that wrong?
We need to get a list of all the men that Jose wants to have sex with. I think it's half the men in America.
I can give
what
you
up,
a
Wine
few.
Time Spirits, and on the pub sports side, Bernard, Jeff, what up?
Oh, by the way, I'm loving that we're having people comment that are watching us from Pub Sports Radio.
Appreciate y'all.
That is the point of being on Pub Sports Radio, to get Pub Sports Radio's subscribers to watch in the building. Thank you, man. Shout out. Bernard Trey fans over there watching on Pub Sports Radio.
Thank you.
However you watch me, just watch me. Wine Time Sports. What's up, fellas? What's up, Wine Time? All right, you ready for the second heat?
Yes.
All right, run them. Just go. We just freaking go. We bogged down the show with horse racing.
And this is what happened.
Run them sons of bitches. They're off. It's a quick lead
You should
here
even
for
be able to
Lone
win
Star
with that
Nano
name.
Services.
Oh, that's them?
SBMC Mud pulls in the left corner turn. They've got the quick lead. Thomas Castillo not to be denied. H&C down in the bottom corner trying to make a run. H&C. Never heard of H&C. A new member. Very good. Let's make sure let's rig it so H&C wins on purpose to make the new member feel welcome. H&C with a big lead. But here they come as the horses close the distance, and you knew that H&C would shit the bed and not advance. And there's the
How
top
does
3.
Nano win?
So who owns up? What the hell's that name there?
Yeah, I don't know.
Read that to me. I can't see it.
SSJMCDMCUB.
Okay, dude, can you not get a name like? Can you go by like Steve or something?
Right. Rob V and Larry who? Watkins?
Watkins.
Sure, L. Watkins. All right, put them through. Let's do the other 2 heats later.
Yeah, we'll do the
All
other
right,
2
all right.
later.
Don't let me forget. So those
No
6 have advanced into the finals.
Great start.
Jeez, it is.
It's going to be a good race tomorrow.
It is in the building TV. By the way, I do have a pop-up sitch, and I'm going to find some giveaways for Wednesday. I'm going to surprise you
Tomorrow?
Yeah, so tomorrow I'm going to be out at, let's just cue it up. Texas
Cue it up.
Pure Liquor, the official liquor store up in the building. I'm going to be at store number 8 tomorrow, 410 and Military. Headed to the west side. It's the innermost San Antonio based
Texas Cheer for sure.
Texas Cheer Liquor for sure. 410 and Military
Military.
over by the old school, by the old Hood Rat Mall. Come see me. I'll be there tomorrow from 2 to 3. Come in and purchase a VIP ticket to the barbecue. They're $25 a piece. The barbecue comes down May 17. All right. An announcement. We now have 31 teams. We have 31 barbecue teams.
That's a lot.
Yes, sir. We're solid on that. Now we need to sell
Did you call Frank?
tickets. It's a work in progress. WIP.
What's that mean? Work in progress?
Work in progress.
Oh.
Yeah. It's going to happen. We got 31 teams. Now we got to get tickets sold. All right, they're $25 for VIP tickets. Come up and buy them. Get yourself something from Texas Cheer Liquor tomorrow. It's Wednesday, so it's the last
day to take advantage of the April specials.
It's that midweek drink, and it's that midweek, tie one on. And you're right, Rudy. We got tomorrow's the last day of April. And it's the last day to take advantage of these specials and get yourself some VIP tickets. I will be at a Texas Cheer tomorrow from 2 to 3. Tell them about them specials.
Whiskey. On the whiskey bourbon side, you got that Rossville $29.99 marked down from $60. Whistle Pig, $50 bottle can get you an $800 Traeger. And when you need a little something sweet, you got somebody coming over that really don't drink much, it's poolside time. This is a great, refreshing drink for poolside. That's Stella Rose, lemon and grapefruit, only $4.99. Why not buy 10 bottles of that? You got 2 days to take advantage of this deal. I can't wait to give away that Whistle Pig. Whenever they do that drawing, I got to go be there live and figure that out. So Texas Cheer Liquor is not just Cheers, it's Texas Cheer.
We had one or two donations earlier in this show.
Did we?
Bouquet? Yeah.
I didn't see him.
Scroll back up here and see if we can find some monies. Boom. There it is. Russ Fox, $9.99 in the building. Have a great show, fellas. Thank you, Russ. Appreciate that hard. Anybody else? All right, one donator is all. Okay, so tomorrow, the next time we do this bit where I give away, we're going to do the donators again. Because we want to take care of our members.
Yeah.
But we also want to take care of people that might not be a paid member, but they are a subscriber.
But they be here.
And they support us financially. Be here. So we want to do that too. So I appreciate them. I'm enjoying all the chats going on from our folks over at Pub Sports Radio very much. I appreciate that. If you're listening to us out of state, out of the city, we're based in South Texas. We're a show that we talk Cowboys and Spurs, but we also talk other shit. I mean, I think we've probably had as good a draft talk as anybody. I think we probably covered the Lakers as well as anybody in the country the last 6 weeks after the Luka trade and shit. So welcome into all of our Pub Sports Radio people. So all you old schoolers that are subscribers on the Love You Hard channel, y'all welcome to these folks from Pub Sports Radio. Y'all subscribe to that channel too. It's free and vice versa. We want to share the love. We want to spread the love. Make it real thick, big, thick love bubble, so to speak.
What?
All right. We need an intro to this, so I'm just going to fake one. And now, it's time for Sports Diddling.
Congo Clips. What up, Congo Clips?
That was
brown,
weird.
Brown.
All right.
Brown.
It is indeed time for Sports Diddling.
We diddling?
We're diddling, and this one's one of those where there could be a victim.
A legit victim?
Well,
okay, well, let me turn the music off.
Victim.
Let me turn the music off.
No, I think this music is for me.
Okay.
She's lying. Her ass needs to go to jail. She's already cost this kid big money. Or he's cost himself money, because you can make the case, even if he didn't do what she says he did, you can make the case that, once again, it's another case of an athlete or a famous person sticks his wiener in the wrong girl, which we've all done. But you really have to mind your business. I was listening to Charlemagne this morning coming over. Charlemagne the God. And he was talking about Shannon Sharp. Got no dick discipline. What you doing fucking around with a 19-year-old girl? What's the matter with you? 54 years old. You got to have dick discipline is what they were calling it. All right. So this is a young kid, though. He's not 54 years old. This is Isaiah Bond.
Mm-hmm.
The Longhorn great who had good 2 seasons for Texas. After transferring over from Alabama. Remember, he got himself in trouble last week.
I remember.
We have details. All right, this is Athlon Sports. The Cowboys made the decision, even though they need wide receivers, to not draft Isaiah Bond. Nobody did.
Damn. Now, see, that's why if it's not true, she really needs to go to jail. She cost this man millions, possibly, if he didn't do it.
All right.
Go ahead.
Front office brass has emphasized their search for an explosive number 2 option behind receiver CeeDee Lamb. But with no action from the draft. Fans now expect something substantive to be coming soon. Maybe not substantive, but it is now time to look for an undrafted free agent maybe to bring in. So the question is, do you take a chance on Isaiah Bond as an undrafted free agent? You ain't got to pay him but about $30,000 a week, something like that.
Yeah.
But the question was, why did he not even get drafted at all? Because he should have been drafted.
Sure.
Well, so earlier this month, Isaiah Bond turned himself into the cops up in North Texas in Frisco.
Mm-hmm. And
I was wondering, what the hell is he doing in Frisco? You were saying he's probably up there training, getting ready for the draft, and that's what it was.
Exactly.
He has some trainer up there. However, we have the release of a shocking affidavit. Isaiah Bond and his representation have filed a defamation lawsuit against the accuser. That's good. These guys, oh, I didn't do it, man. She's lying. All right, prove that you didn't do what she says you did by filing a lawsuit against her. Let me see the defamation lawsuit, and they have filed a lawsuit against her, so this is good. So apparently they met online, according to the affidavit, according to her accusations.
Shocking.
They met online, and they agreed to hook up. And she did agree to explore some sex with him. They agreed to explore some sex, but there was one particular act that Isaiah wanted to do when they got finally in the same room. She says, she's like, nah, I'm not down with that. And he made her do it anyway. And it left her, quote, injured. Whatever he wanted to do to her left her injured. I don't know if he wanted to.
We got pub sports in here. Let's be nice.
Well, my first inclination,
What's
pub
up?
sports, is that
was that Perky Sanderson?
He went up the wrong
Sharon Pullman.
Why you act like we're
man,
somebody new?
When you
now?
got new company, you clean the house.
I think he tried to rough cut. He went in that low. You ever play, shooting dice and back doe little Joe?
No.
And I don't think she wanted him to, and he forced her to.
Anyway.
I believe that she's accusing him of sodomizing her against her will. And you're not allowed to do that when the girl says no. And that's why she's filed charges.
Even if she said yes to the other hole.
He says bullshit. She was all holes.
Wow.
You know what?
That's not a quote, by the way.
No.
I don't know. I think it should be now. She was all holes.
And he didn't get drafted because of this.
Buki should wear a T-shirt that says "I'm all whole."
No, he
I
shouldn't.
would do it for Andrew.
Nah, he ain't coming out with me.
I'm all holes for Andrew Garfield.
Kong Skips. Oh no, you got to slow roll, little Joe.
You know what?
You got to go. Got to take your time.
You see. Father, forgive us.
Oh, man. It's not so much when you go in, it's when you come out. You just pull things out. You don't need to be pulled
you're
out
supposed
either.
to flush it.
Turns inside
If you
out.
plan on doing that, you're supposed to.
Yeah, you can tear tissue, though, coming out. You can. You got to take care of yourself.
Why do you know that?
You're Isaiah Bond. Why do I know that? How the hell do you think? So, if I'm Isaiah Bond, and I'm literally days from the NFL draft, I ain't fucking nobody.
Well, how did we know this happened before the draft, though? This could happen a long time ago.
Like Canelo Alvarez, nobody. You fight nobody. I fuck nobody.
But no, this could happen a long time ago.
No, she says it happened the other day while he was training, like a month ago or two.
You just get man. Everybody got to sign a consent, or you got to be put on tape. If I got a few million, if I got a few million on the line, you got to sign something that says I'm consenting.
I would,
or I'm not doing it.
I swear to, I would not. I'd cut myself off. I'd have two
like a boxer before a fight.
Yes, yeah. I'm about to get drafted. I don't want to risk nothing. I ain't gonna go pick up some girl I never seen her. I met her online. Get the fuck out of here. You know, because what do you have to lose? Everything. Everything. I'd have two girlfriends if I was Isaiah Bond. Palmetta and Handetta. Y'all meet each other.
I just need
this
one.
Is Handetta and Palmetta. Well, you got to switch it up every once in a while. Anyway, punch Isaiah Bond, at least for being a dumbass. Not cool.
I don't know about you guys. I can't do that. I can't use my opposite hand.
Why? You can't?
No, that's just weird. It's
like now we found what you think's weird.
That's weird, bro. Guys.
Whatever, dude.
That's just over the top, guys. I don't know about doing this.
I draw the line.
He draws the line.
Got in.
John Fox is in the building with another $9.99. American Legion Post 443. Fat Cats Cooking Team is in the cook-off, supported by GC Services. Tomorrow I'll go through all the 31 teams we got. We got 31 now. I'm excited, and we have room.
Shocking.
We got room for more.
Shocking. You got everybody you were supposed to get.
Rudy, you know
I'll tell you this.
How much stress I
know you do, and every year I tell you, Mike, calm down. It always works out,
dude. Well, now we got to get them tickets sold, which is why I got that pop-up tomorrow at Texas Cheer. R. Garcia's in the building. How do you watch members-only podcast if you're a member? Where do you sign in? Well, you are a member? It should get fed to your deal when you go to the channel,
just
right?
Go to the channel and then go to members.
Yeah, go to Love You
Hard.
Hard.
Check for you, R. Garcia.
Go to YouTube, go to Love You Hard, and that's how you find us. You'll see the members-only. It's a yellow logo. You'll see it when it pops up. You'll see.
You got to try the switch hit, Jose.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's do some punches.
Says Clips. Let's punch some people.
It is in the building on Love You Hard TV and Anthem TV and Pub Sports Radio.
Now, it's time for People I Want to Punch on In the Building.
I'm starting this out. I'm punching the NBA and NBA refs. What good does it do?
All of them?
Yeah, what good does it do anybody to tell me a day after we've lost the game? Oh, yeah. Josh Hart did foul Tim Hardaway Jr. in the corner. We missed it. He should have been shooting 3 free throws. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Luka did get fouled. We missed that one too. Like, what good does that do anybody? I don't know what they plan on solving by. I mean, again, that Hardaway Jr. call was so blatantly a foul. I don't know how they missed that. The Luka foul, okay, whatever. But that Tim Hardaway Jr. one was terrible. And then if you even want to go even farther with the LeBron, some people say the hand is part of the ball when he fouled Anthony Edwards. They went to the review. They were going to look at the ball went out of bounds, but they found out LeBron fouled him. It's a mess. It's a mess, and it's messing up some good games. So punch NBA refs in their system of, hey, we're going to call this dude out the next day, but we're not. There's nothing you can do about it. The Pistons are down 3-1. Now the Lakers are down 3-1.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, what good does that do? Like, are we going to replay the last 2 minutes? No, then just don't let those crews ref the finals. But telling me 2 days later or a day later that, oh, yeah, we missed it, and all it does is piss me off more and hate you even more. So punch NBA refs.
Wouldn't be a playoff series or a playoff season without a bunch of bullshit calls.
Yeah, for sure.
I have 3 punches today.
Oh my
Well,
God.
good Lord.
I want to punch member Kenny.
What can he do?
I had to get a new debit card. I can't figure out how to re-up my membership. Ask your wife. Do what I do whenever I can't do shit. Ask your wife. You always know. Kenny, I need you $4.99, Kenny. My kids need shoes. Got back from Hawaii. I'm broke.
Yeah, you ain't kidding.
Figure it out. I also want to punch Mel Kiper Jr.
For his meltdown?
It's one thing to slob knob during the draft because you like a guy. Bro, let it go.
It ain't even because he likes him. It's because his ego is bruised because he had him as the number 1 quarterback.
Reese Davis has never had to jump on
I've
somebody.
never seen Reese Davis get upset.
He's such a sweet guy.
Reese was mad. Reese is like, you yelling at the NFL is not fixing anything, Mel. I'm like, damn, Reese, is that
Right.
you?
And look, I get that. I get it. You want to, we all were
He
shocked.
wants to tear up the NFL.
Yeah,
He
we
thinks
all
the NFL's
were
full of crap.
shocked. We were like, it was a crazy story. And we all admit it was the story of the draft, the Shedeur Sanders slide. But, dude, it got weird and cringy because that wound up being all they talked about. Because Mel would not shut the fuck up and let it go and get into other stuff.
Lou Riddick was just like, everybody was weirded out
They
on
were
the
like
set.
trying, like Mel. They were like concerned for him,
Right.
And then my other punch today, somebody needs to take Bill Belichick a mirror so he can see who he is.
No,
again.
let Bill Belichick, before you punch him, let me tell him this.
God.
Bill Belichick, blink twice if you're not okay.
It's being held against
Bill
his will.
Bill Belichick, blink twice if you're not okay. He was doing this interview with this 25-year-old dude type sweatshirt with like rock and roll holes in it. His girlfriend is fixing his mic. And then you take it away, Mike. I'm going to leave it there.
He's doing a sit-down interview. And first of all, he's very insincere in the interview. You can tell that he doesn't want to be there.
Well, you can tell he's scared to say the wrong thing because Mother Dearest, Miss Misery, is threatening to break his ankles and keep him held captive.
And so he's sitting there doing the interview, and they're talking about, he's got a book coming out.
Okay.
And so he's pumping a book. And no one's probably any worse at promoting their book than Bill Belichick because he hates doing interviews anyway, and he's weird. And so he's sitting there, and the CBS Sunday Morning News anchor is interviewing him, and it's fine. They're talking about his dad and old war stories and Navy, and Talked about the sweater he had on.
And shout out to CBS for keeping her weird ass all in the footage.
Correct. And so at one point toward the end of the interview, they actually in the piece go, by the way, he is dating. A lot's been said about about his girlfriend, who's 24 years old.
Respect.
And how old is Bill?
72.
Respect.
I showed
He said
Nina this,
respect.
and it was disgusting. She was like, "What the fuck?" She's like, "That ain't on him. That's on her."
It's on
And
both.
I've said this too.
It's on both.
It's for different reasons. He clearly has issues, but she has mental instability. No question. It ain't
She
just
like-
because about money. There's a lot of rich
No, because
motherfuckers.
her ex is 60-something.
Correct. She has mental problems. She has old man boss syndrome for some reason. I don't know what it is. She's got grandpa issues.
Mhm.
Shit. And so the reporter does ask him, what do you think about all of the hoopla around your relationship? And he's like, oh, we're not going to. He looks over real weird with his eyes. Like you can see his eyes look over. Looked like he was one of them fucking hostages.
And then and on cue, she stepped in. We're not talking about that.
Right. You seen
We're
that?
not talking about that. I've seen the
Yeah.
video.
Remember when the hostages in Vietnam were on TV? Yes, we are being treated very good. Looking off to the left, yes, they have been very nice to us. And geniusly, one of the soldiers was blinking in Morse code.
Yeah.
Bill, you have a military background. Blink in Morse code, bro, if you need help.
Bill needs help.
Golly, he has been taken over by this chick. Ain't no piece of ass. Ain't no piece of pizza worth this. You are Bill effing Belichick.
Bro,
What are
let me
you
tell you
doing?
something.
She interrupts the interview. Real condescending with that Karen voice.
Yeah.
We're not talking about that. We're not talking about this. And the reporter,
Well-
to his credit's like, well, the whole world's talking about it, and he asked Bill, but you guys have been posting on the internet. Don't you think it's okay if I ask you about your relationship when she posts y'all together? Well, I'm not on the internet, so whatever gets posted, I'm not even aware of.
But
You
this
ain't
is the
aware of a
thing,
lot of
though.
shit. You're being held hostage. You're Bill
No,
Belichick.
See, that's where like alpha males like yourself forget. And I'm not saying you, but alpha males forget the power of the pizza is powerful.
Dude.
Like I'm not saying like it does. He doesn't see him. She don't see him as 6 rings. He don't see himself as 6 rings. He's in love with this little girl. She's in control,
What?
and
Well, get
all
some
that
control of her
all
ass,
of that
though.
all of that shit that you talking about gets thrown out the window. He don't give a shit,
Rudy,
Mike.
you can be in love with somebody
No,
and you
Mike,
don't
it's
have them run
different,
your
bro.
shit.
We've all been around people that are stupid in love. We've all been
I've
around
been
Bill.
stupid in
No,
love.
Bill
I'm in
Belichick.
love now.
Belichick ain't no different. Belichick ain't no different,
yeah,
bro.
but my lady's 43. She don't
Bro.
come in here and interrupt my fucking interviews.
But that's
she don't
you.
bum rush my podcast
Bro.
and tell me what I can talk about.
There's always one that can make you act stupid.
Nah, he is not the infallible goat. He is a sad. That's pathetic. That situation. That's pathetic. And honestly, if I'm North Carolina, this concerns me.
Well, then North
Oh,
Carolina.
yeah.
If I'm a
no,
recruit,
the reports are out. North Carolina is concerned because I'm sure she's hanging around the school.
yeah, I mean, I read Carolina's first of all desperate anyway. They go from Mac Brown, they fire him because he's too old, and they hire an older fucking Bill Belichick
Yeah.
who now is going to shit away. Only way he took the job is because he's stubborn and he got blackballed by the NFL,
Mhm.
and nobody wanted to touch his old ass. And so he goes to Carolina because they would give him the job, and now you got these girlfriend problems. Bill Belichick, you gonna wind up. I say this about Greg Popovich for different reasons. It's like the old Harvey Dent character in Batman. You can be the hero too long. You can stay around as the hero long enough to see yourself
Dude.
become the enemy.
But who cares about North
The villain.
Carolina? If he screws them up, no one cares about them anyway.
I get it, but
God
it's
damn.
pathetic. You're the greatest coach of all time,
We got 2 races.
and you're
to get to.
hamstrung by a 24-year-old bitch. That's bullshit. Punch his ass.
I'm gonna zag on both of your takes. I love it. I hate Bill Belichick, but I love this. Go
well,
get your
you love that
fucking
his
pizza.
life is melting down.
No. He's living his best life.
No,
that
he's
guy's getting his
not.
toes curled every night.
No, he's not. She's
That guy's
probably
getting
not
the
even
soul
fucking
sucked
him.
out of him.
I bet they're not even fucking.
You're crazy.
No way
You're
they're
crazy.
fucking.
I bet
This
you
is
that
fucking-
guy
The
fucks
only
every
way
day.
you let somebody interrupt you like that and control you is if she's sucking that crap out of that thing.
Yeah,
Nah,
there's
she
there's
ain't
no
I
color
promise
on
you.
that
I
thing
promise
anymore.
Nah.
She got her side meat. She has a little 22-year-old that satisfies her, and then she hooks
Oh,
Bill
you think
up.
she's
once-
got another dude?
Of
Of
course.
course,
Okay.
yeah.
Of course.
Shit, his balls probably smell like Gold Bond. That's
Yeah,
Bro.
and she's down there every night.
Bro, we got
No,
all
she
types of pills. Bill's
She
knocking that down.
Razor Sharp Picks Network. Mike hates all old coaches.
Yes.
Yeah, I do. I hate most of them, sure. I think you can get too old to be an effective coach in today's modern times. Now, I also don't like the young ones freak me out, too. They do. Most of the old ones I don't like.
So
You're right
sad.
about that. All right, let's rack up these 2 races. God almighty. We have 2 more heats to get into. If we go over a little bit, it ain't the end of the world.
No, it's
We've
not. I'm
established
down
this.
with that.
All right, cool. All right, here goes Heat 3. The 3 that come in first and second and third.
So
in
we've
this
already
heat
had
right
2
here
heats,
advance.
right?
Yes.
What are we giving away?
We're giving
tomorrow?
Away. Well, let me tell you, Johnny, we're giving away this beautiful placard with Victor Wembanyama on the front and center with Tim Duncan's number and David Robinson. It's an ode to the big new generation and the old generation in San Antonio Spurs history. All right. Is that pretty good?
That was really
All
good.
right, kick it off. Go.
Let us
And this is just to get into the finals tomorrow. We already got 6 guys in the finals, and they're off. Rick Jackson out to an early lead, and Isaac III is making an early push as well out there in first place.
Senor Wookie.
Senor Wookie. Give me the Wookie. I hope Vince Trevino doesn't get in. He gets on my nerves. He talks too much shit. I don't want him in the top
Well,
3.
he is a paid member.
Oh, is he?
But is he talking enough shit?
He talks too much shit.
Okay, well.
Or my man E.B. Ben. I wouldn't mind Eric Bishop getting there. Oh, look at
We
Andrew
need some
Gonzalez.
white people to win some. Oh, 21 for life.
Is 21 for life white?
He's mixed, like me.
Oh, okay.
I think he's mixed. They got a big Thunderdome gathering tonight at the admissions. I can't go. I've got shit to do.
21 for life, Andrew Gonzalez and Roland Garza.
Good. All right,
Y'all
cool.
advance to the finals tomorrow.
2.5 Mexicans advance. All right, last heat.
I wouldn't mind Durant coming to the Spurs, Mr. Sanderson.
Why do you keep saying that?
I would love it.
Why? That's a progress stopper.
Okay.
This thing's trying to develop into something, not bring in washed-ass jump shooters. That's what he is. He didn't help Phoenix at all. You always talk about, what are you doing to make your team better? KD ain't
It
doing
wasn't
shit,
his
but
fault.
KD's out there just
It
racking
was
up
because
his
Mike
stats.
Budenholzer can't coach.
What's up, MMA Locker Room from Pub Sports Radio? Smash the like button. Thank you for the pub. Yeah, all you guys that are discovering us on Pub Sports, tell folks. Tell your folks.
Tell your people to tell my people.
I'm not neglecting our old schools, but we got some new blood in here, y'all. So we're gonna welcome them to the family. We're gonna expand this neighborhood here. I appreciate all the chats coming down from Pub Sports. All right, run that final heat, Bouquet. Go.
And they're off. Damn. There's some people that their horses just don't give a shit. Who is Jake? Is that Jake from State Farm?
Damn, this is a close race here. We're gonna have 8 guys right within a length.
Where the white boys at, man?
This is why we got to get more people from Pub Sports that listen around the country. We got to get more white people up in here.
AJP coming through. Come on, Black Jockey.
Watch out for Mike Jones.
Mike, who?
Mike Jones.
Who?
Mike Jones. Woo-hoo-hoo. I don't think he's white. I don't think he's brown either. I think he's black.
Mike Jones. Who is that? Sean Bryan? Who got 2 first names? And who is that?
Mike
a female
Jones,
we got in there?
Kelly.
Kathy.
Well,
Kat-
could be. Oh, Kathy. What's up,
Shout out
Kate?
to the DEI.
Kathy Rodriguez.
Shout out to DEI. Not
All
only is
right.
she Latina, she's female.
The finals are set. We got whites, blacks, Mexicans, and girls repping.
Yes,
Nice.
sir.
I love it. I
So
love it.
tune in for the final tomorrow.
All right, so tomorrow, the final race right off the top, we're going to give away this Wemby placard. What do you call this? It's hard.
Oh, no.
See, he made it on the back of like this wall.
Yeah, I'm not
See
very
that?
much of a Home Depot guy, so I don't
Yeah.
know what that material is.
It's like recycled material. It's nice and it's laminated, of course. It's really nice. This is beautiful. This is going to look good in your house or in your garage, or maybe you got a man cave, or maybe you give it away as a gift or whatever. Hey, shit, put it on eBay and sell it for $50, whatever. But it's
Whatever you wanna
yours if you win the horse race tomorrow, and the finals are set. It'll come down tomorrow on Love You Hard and our show. All right, what else today? God, there's so much we don't even get to. What's on the run sheet?
Rock and Roll Hall of
Rock
Fame.
and Roll Hall of Fame.
Shout out to another hip hop group
Let's-
getting into the Rock
Can
and
we
Roll Hall
push
of
this
Fame.
to tomorrow?
Yeah.
I think it's gonna have some. It's gonna have
Yeah.
some legs.
Because people we got to definitely. This needs a good 10, 15 minutes, so we'll push that to tomorrow.
Yeah. So here's how we'll end the show today, Bouquet. You got any more music? I'm gonna do like a quick hits and sports. Want to do that? And
All
we'll
right.
have Rudy comment. We'll
Bro,
make quick
I'm
comments.
good.
We're gonna do like a little. This is like a little Wilbon Kornheiser action.
All right, let's do it.
All right. Mason Graham, the 5th overall pick of the draft out of Cleveland, And Tyler Warren, the big tight end from Penn State, who was 14th overall to the Colts, they both came out last night and said that they too got prank called during the draft the other night by some fucking idiots who rolled on TikTok and put it out there.
So these coaches are leaving their iPads out for their sons and daughters to find?
I don't know how they're getting these numbers.
Because this was highly confidential phone numbers. So it's got to be the coaches or the GMs leaving their shit out.
These people need to be roundhouse kicked in the jejunum.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. Calling these kids. That's so sorry to do that to a kid in a draft. That's not funny. Prank calling Bouquet while he's taking a shit. That's funny. Prank calling Tyler Warren right about he's about to get drafted. That's sorry.
Yeah, that sucks.
The Rockets are on the brink after Alperen Şengün can't get a good look off over Draymond Green. The Rockets wind up losing by a bucket. They're down 3-1 to the Warriors as Houston got slapped around in an 18-1 Golden State run in the third quarter as Houston sees a 7-point lead go to a 10-point deficit. They get beat last night, and then the Heat get beat by 50, and they're finally done.
I should have punched the Heat. I know Bam Adebayo last night said the man with the silver hair is going to be pissed off. He's going to be making some serious changes. But maybe you know, I get where Pat Riley, his style.
Yeah.
But at some point, maybe you change the way you do things and kind of lighten up. Because you lose Jimmy Butler, and then you lose your last 2 playoff games by plus 30. Let me know how that's working out for you, Pat Riley, and your stern, tough ways. Y'all ain't won a title since 2012, sir.
Fair.
Anyway.
My Dallas Stars showed up last night.
Oh, your Stars?
Made love to pressure. Yeah, the all-important Game 5 against Colorado. Dallas scores 9 seconds into the game, and they beat the shit out of the Avalanche 6-2. So now we are up 3-2 with Game 6 back in Denver.
Oh, they're playing the Avalanches.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
What else?
See, I know hockey.
I know you know. You can talk hockey
know the
on a drive-by.
mascots.
Yeah, you know the mascots. Who's Winnipeg? Got him. AKA
the tugboats.
AKA Lose-a-Peg.
Tugboat Navy.
The Jets.
Oh. Canada. Tugboat Navy.
Can you name all the hockey teams, Jose? You
Of
ought to be
course
able
he
to with your
can.
fucking gambling show you do.
I could name a good amount of them, yeah.
A good amount?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Shout out to Jimmy the Bags.
I'll sporkle right now, guys. Don't you make me?
You'll sport. Jose Altuve goes into the Astros clubhouse 2 days ago.
Okay.
Tells the skipper that he can't be leading off anymore because he plays left field, and it takes too much time to run from left field to get his
didn't
batting
say
help.
that.
Yeah, he did. Now they were joking.
He was kidding.
But
yeah.
in all honesty,
Should he be leading off?
Jose went and said, "Hey, man, take me out of the leadoff spot. I think Jeremy would be a better option." Good for him for stepping up because I wouldn't say Jose Altuve's almost done, but he's on third base. He's not rounding third, but he's standing on
You talking
third.
about the little short dude?
Yeah.
Oh,
Almost
my
done?
God.
The Mike Taylor show's on Jose Altuve.
Like the
Yeah, he's
5'2" one.
35, man. And they moved him to the outfield this year, and he's been
Horrible
leading
decision.
off. He's led off for 10 years, but this weekend the Astros switched him and Jeremy Pena. And last night with Jose out of the leadoff spot, he hit a 2-run homer, and the Astros beat the shit out of the Tigers 8-5. So it worked
Tigers
out.
suck.
So good for Altuve for going in there, and Pena's a star. And the 49ers are giving George Kittle a massive extension. I'm not sure what to make of the 49ers right now. All this spade work, all these years they put in, no title to show for it. Pro Football Focus, I don't know how much you give them cred, but they gave the 49ers.
They're the most credible. They're the most credible to me.
Yeah, to me, they gave the 49ers the worst grade in the draft. Got a D-.
Yeah, the 49ers, you know how you sneak out the house and your mom catches you, so she locks that window you came out of, so you have to come through the door? That's exactly what's going on with the 49ers. We seen y'all sneak out, and the window is shut. Y'all had a chance. You ran into Patrick Mahomes twice. That window is closed. We'll see you in 5 years.
Man, so if they're convinced of that, why do you pay Brock Purdy insane money?
Because you got to have a quarterback, and we have to, Mike. We have to pay him.
Okay, sure. All right. Hey, like and comment. Donate via the super chat. Buy us
Breaking
a
news
coffee.
for you guys.
Oh my!
on the way out?
Oh my God!
little breaking news
Do
for
we
you
have
guys.
to
This is
extend
really
the
not that
show
big
by
of a
another
news.
hour? Yeah, go ahead.
Don't play with the breaking news if it's not
Better
really
be
breaking.
big.
Doug Christie just got a multi-year extension with the Kings.
Oh,
What?
my God. Come on.
Doug Christie now from interim to active.
All right, so I'm an asshole for saying this if it's not true, but it seems to me like the only reason why he has that job is because he played there. That's it.
Because he played there and nobody else wants that job.
You talk
the way
about-
they did Mike Malone and the way they did Mike Brown, who would want that kid?
Nobody of note. You're right. Maybe
Nobody
that's all they
wants
could
that
get.
job. Yeah.
You talk about pussy whipped.
Oh, God.
All them years throwing the hand in the air.
Oh, nah, that was a different type of whip.
That woman was showing up at the workplace.
She was crazy.
Telling folks how to practice.
She was like she traveled on the team plane.
Has he dumped her ass yet?
No. They get married once a year.
Are you serious?
Yeah, once a year they
Oh
get
my
married.
God. See, we got to get like Rob Karolinko. Remember AK-47?
Well,
Andre
he
Karolinko.
got the one hall pass a
He
year.
got the 1 week hall pass every year.
I don't want that. All it is trouble down the road. So who is it? You thinking about your hall pass?
Yeah, but them
Who's you
Russian
smiling
women,
at? That's
hey,
your
them
hall pass
Russian
Texan?
women, they know their place, Rudy. They know their place.
I don't trust.
That's
the
why they
Russians.
allow you to buy them. Like our president bought one, and he's happy as fuck.
I'm not going there. Mike said
Well,
that.
he did.
Mike said
There
that.
ain't nothing wrong with it. Well, that's facts. All I said was he bought her from Russia. That's true.
Mike said that.
But hey, I'm not hating on it.
I'm right there with you, Mike. By the way,
Yeah.
me and Helga established our hall passes. Obviously, mine's Andrew Garfield.
Who's that?
Is hers also Andrew Garfield?
No, hers is Jason Tatum.
Who is Andrew Garfield?
Spider-Man.
Dude from the
Oh, gotcha.
what the hell was a movie? The Facebook movie.
Social
Oh,
Network.
him. Okay,
Social
gotcha.
Network.
He's not even like a good looking dude.
He's
He can
pretty.
sing, though.
He's decent looking.
He's a good-looking
He's just
guy. He
not
can
your
sing.
type, Rudy.
No, he ain't my type.
Yeah. Who would be your type if you had to do a guy?
Dude?
Yeah. Have to. Life depends on it. 5 seconds, just quick. You know, you don't have to. You know what? I know Rudy's not good
Idris
on.
Elba.
Rudy's not.
Idris Elba.
Okay, cool. You can say you. I know handsome when I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a former sexiest man alive.
Yeah. Idris Elba.
Idris Elba.
He's a little big though.
You said that fast.
Wow.
Rudy said that fast, didn't he? Heck,
I thought about that for a while. But it'd have to be a brother that take my virginity. I couldn't let a white guy take my
Oh,
virginity.
you just feel like you just set the
Yeah, I'm like, yo, man.
set the community back
Yeah, come
50
on. dog.
years.
Like, if I'm gonna take one for the team, it's gotta be a brother.
You can't set the community back
Nah,
like
it's
that.
gotta be a brother.
Or unless you're riding them. If
I'm
you're
never
in control.
riding.
Maybe you're in control.
Can you even ride in that situation?
Yeah. You can get creative. You can turn around, face the other direction.
I'm not going cowgirl.
That's it. We're
I'm
done.
out.
Wow.
Clearly, we're out of material.
Clear.
We've exhausted our material for today. That's it. Tell your buddies that our show's great. Jimmy the Bag is next on Pub Sports Radio. On Love You Hard TV, the Baseline Bombs are coming up next. Love y'all hard. See y'all mañana on In the Building, bitches.